Fox 3. Garuda 1, you have a missile closing in. How could that have missed? Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you!
Oh, stupid sunset.
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. Incoming missile. Twist through it.
Okay. Whew. Where the hell is the ESM?
Careful now. The enemy has you on radar. I have him. Garuda 2 launched missile. Missile struck target.
Okay, Garuda 2, I'm glad for you.
Watch out! The enemy has a lock on you.
Aware of that, thank you.
Garuda 1 evaded the missile.
If only the clouds did what they do on Ace Combat 7 and they got rid of the missiles. Oh, if only.
Missile
There you are.
Evade.
Where's the other ESM? None of this. Did they destroy the ESM? Yes, I think they did. Thank you for the ally cover.
Looks like we got an all-star cast lined up for this performance. All planes, pound the hell out of that battalion, and don't get shot up in the process.
Okay.
Roger.
Destroy. Okay, instead of going after their ESMs, I'm going to try and destroy at least some of the planes, because I was going for the ESMs to make their missile capabilities worse, but it seems that it wasn't working. Especially because I was hitting the ground, not the missiles.
Enemy threat has been reduced to about 40%.
Seriously? That was faster than I was expecting. I love the smoke you get out of the machine gun, because it's probably what happens with the real Sukhoi 33. But it kinda covers part of the out of the screen. But I like the detail. Now I just need to focus and not crash the plane again. I've been on the same posture for quite a while now. Almost 2 hours? Yes, 2 hours, so need to stretch as soon as I'm done with the mission. Because my elbows are killing me right now. Where are you aiming at? I'm looking at the radar, stop aiming at the plane. Posture check, thank you. And hydration. I will do it as soon as I'm done with the mission. There is always a plane that is following me real close, and I don't fucking know why. I don't know if the game is using it as a marker to make the other planes go after the player, but that's really weird. Because if I'm outrunning all the other planes, that one is always on my tail. Dun, 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 dun. Also, AWACS is always super fast, and AWACS shouldn't be that fast. But hey, if it works, it works. I'm not going to complain. You have been following me for almost 20 minutes. What the hell, guys? That was mine.
Well done.
Assholes. Always stealing my prey.
I got that fighter off your tail. Looks like you still got a loan to pay off.
Asshole.
Don't forget about that second typhoon I shot down from you. That ought to count for something. You two have a lot to learn from Talisman. He never takes out loans up here.
Those two lines appear if you kill all the planes. If I were to destroy all the planes and not let them do it, do they still say that, or do they have different lines? Because that's super specific. I got the plane on your 6, and don't forget the second typhoon. Excuse you?
Mission accomplished. The WMD catalyst has been destroyed, and we have evaded the scorched earth threat to Grace Marion. As a result, your suspension has been officially lifted, and from this point on, we will be dispatching you into various missions again. This war is almost over.
Not sure.
All forces resume advance.
I haven't played this game enough to know those kind of things, and I wish I did. But there's an easy way to fix that. There's an easy way to fix that. Actually playing the game.
Everyone hurry back to your rooms.
Wojciech doesn't give a fuck. Wojciech is like, do I have to hurry? Seriously? Do I have to?
We're huddled together in this cramped room. There is no way out for any of us. One boy is called Radio, aptly named considering he never parts with his own. He's spouting off code words used by the American fighter pilots as he takes on the role of a jet himself. Hey, kid! This child's family owned and operated a well-known restaurant in the city. His father was a talented chef, and his mother a humble young waitress. They were both killed, their restaurant destroyed, all because of our aerial assaults.
I mean, you are at
She
war.
proudly sings a song that was sung by her nation's pilots. I had this image
Wojciech is the
in my
most
mind of
underrated
stray
character in
children
6.
innocent
Wojciech is a
strife
really
and
underrated
despair.
character. I think he's a really good character.
Now that I've had a closer look, I'm beginning to see something quite different. These children are lonely, but full of pride for their nation's pilots, always with them in spirit. Even with my crippled leg, I feel as though I could dance the night away with an angel.
If I had to choose between Wojciech and Pasternak, I think I prefer Wojciech,
These children were hiding their treasure,
as how
their
the
golden
character
key,
is written.
protecting it at all costs, keeping it safe from
Pasternak is just the
invaders.
crazy rival you have. Wojciech actually has a personality.
As we walked the long road, Ludmilla and I came across an unusual tank.
An unusual tank, you know, the guys that are going to steal the crown jewels.
Out here, away from all the action. I thought the front lines were a bit more to the west.
Why don't you ladies go on ahead? We've got to figure out some way to sneak this hunk of metal into town.
Why?
All right then.
Why would you do that, and why would you tell them?
Job, boys.
Why are you going to tell them that you are getting the tank into town?
Best get out of here. Have a nice dance with the angels now.
Why don't you keep on foot? We have a
My family's
fucking
inside
palace
joke
to
has
rob.
become quite the buzzword. Even the captain uses it to say goodbye. But it feels strange to
It's a really strange tank. It has like a drill on the front part. Like they are going to put the tank on a tunnel to rob the crown jewels on the palace.
something horrible. Grace Maria, or what's left of it, was transformed into a heavily armed fortress.
How did they build such a massive fucking wall in like what, a month?
The Estavakian military intends to fight.
I don't
to
think
the
it has
bitter
been a
end.
month since all this began.
She stares up at them, holding on to some sort of premonition.
Because I understand that they can put weapons on a pre-existing wall, but I don't think the wall existed before.
I opened the briefcase that the children kindly returned to me. This mandate has been sealed for so long, but the time has come to break that seal. This is...
Of course I got a typhoon. Of course I got a typhoon. God, I hate that thing. I keep saying I hate that plane. I actually don't hate any planes. It's just that some of them, for me, are a pain in the ass to fight. Especially the really maneuverable ones, the tiny interceptors. I actually hate them. I
Last
despise them.
day has come.
As enemies,
Initiate
not as
Operation
planes I can
Free
fight.
Grace Mary. All forces,
But I assume that
advance
most
to
of the enemies are like,
Enemy forces
holy
have
fuck, he's using a
thoroughly
typhoon.
besieged
Stop
Grace Mary.
that. Stop that. I hate
I'm
it.
sure we'll be running into some heavy resistance. This is the last battle. Let's win this thing and go home.
Okay. What weapons does the typhoon have? XLA, XMA? Ooh, XLAA, not bad. An RCL, I think I'm going to be using the typhoon. I'm really glad that the game doesn't force you to buy multiple times the same plane for your partner, because that was a neat mechanic on Ace Combat 5, but it made the planes absurdly expensive because you couldn't buy them just for your player character, you had to buy them for everyone. Typhoon, my baby. Glad you enjoy the Typhoon. Where am I going to be facing rockets first?
How about my weaponry? Tell us.
You know what? You are not the Typhoon. You are in the Typhoon. And you are carrying air-to-air weapons.
Garuda team, time to take off.
What is your favorite plane? I really like Russian planes, the Sukhoi series is one of my favorites, except for the bomber. I don't remember the number. I think it's Sukhoi 27. I don't know. The bomber, the Sukhoi bomber, I really don't like. But if I had to choose, I'm really fond of the F4. I really like the F4. Mainly because it's the first plane I fell in love with Ace Combat 4.
Talisman, I know I've been a pain in the butt, and I want to thank you for all you've done.